Good afternoon. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, the National Anthem, and the school alma mater. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon. Well, after years of sweat and toil, we've finally made it to graduation day. And as I look out at the student body sitting in front of me today, I see an array of emotions in your faces. Some appear to be anxious, while others seem proud. But they are more than just emotion-filled faces. I see the friends I have made and the special teachers I have had the pleasure to meet. I am certain that if you glanced over to your left or to your right, that you could all say the same. However, just as graduation is a time for celebration and rejoicing, it's also a time for saying goodbye. We should all hold on to the memories that we have of high school, whether they are good or bad. Memories from events like the prom and the senior variety show will always be ours and no one else's. Later on in life, however, these things may not seem so special. Rather, the small happenings that seem insignificant now will be remembered as an integral part of our high school lives. Hold them close to your heart, because sometimes memory is all we have. Next year we go our separate ways. We will have to make new friends and deal with different types of people. We will also be faced with new and more difficult choices. We must utilize what we have learned over the past 4 years, whether it be from the classroom or from one of life's many experiences, such as defeat, coping with the death of a friend, or humility. What we have seen and done here will be instrumental in shaping our futures, whatever they may be. As a great American film actor, John Wayne, once said, "Tomorrow is the most important thing in life. It comes into us at midnight very clean. It's perfect when it arrives, and it puts itself in our hands. It hopes we learned something from yesterday." As we take our first steps from today into tomorrow, even though we may be known as the class of 1997, we must remember that we are 530 individuals. As individuals, it is imperative that we don't follow society blindly. Throughout our high school years, we have been given the intellectual tools to enable us to make our own responsible choices about our lives. Now is the time to put them to use. As we have left our marks in the school, academically, athletically, and artistically, we must use our talents to leave our mark in the world. Seek out unique opportunities so that your talents and strengths can make a positive impact on our society. I sincerely feel that the last stanza from Robert Frost's poem, "Though We're Not Taken," sums up what I'm trying to say fairly well. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere, ages and ages hence, Two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. It has made all the difference. Once this ceremony has ended and the doors are opened, take a look back and see the friends that you have made. I hope, however, that this will not be the last time that you see them. I urge you to remember them always and treat them as lifelong friends and not as strangers. Cherish all the time you have shared with them, for these friends and the lessons you have learned together are not an end, but rather a beginning. Thank you.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen of the East Brunswick High School class of 1997, thank you. As you all know, we are here today to mark the end of our high school careers. Graduation is an accomplishment every one of us should be proud of. It represents the culmination of 3 years of hard work and dedication. But this ceremony is of a far greater significance. An ending is merely a beginning in disguise. As the word commencement indicates, today is the beginning of the rest of our lives. We will have more freedom, more power than ever before. But freedom is a double-sided coin. It can be used for evil as well as good, to harm as well as to help. Many people complain about the state of the world today. They talk about vast, overarching forces beyond their control. But I say unto you, the atoms of this human world, which we all recreate day after day, are and can only be individual persons. Everything that happens in the human sphere is ultimately the result of the action or inaction of individuals. Therefore, I warn you, use your freedom wisely. The consequences of our choices are more far-reaching than we may have ever imagined. It may be a trite-truism, but I will repeat it nevertheless. We are the future. It is our generation that will determine the fate of the world in the 21st century. Shall our example be Dionysus, the cult of self-gratification and hedonism, of moral and ethical nihilism, whose followers, chanting the siren song of "Who are we to judge?" are tearing apart the fabric of civil society? Or shall our example be Apollo, who represents the best that human ingenuity can achieve, striving for greater and greater heights of excellence? Do we want to sink to the level of beasts or rise to the level of gods? And finally, is the golden age of civilization a memory or a goal? These are some questions to keep in mind as you follow your own course in life, whether it be to college, the working world, or the military. Whatever your path, always remember this: success means far more than just making a lot of money. And for all of you who may not have gotten into the colleges you want to go to, I understand all too well that today is not exactly a happy time for you. This is why I would like to remind you, it's not the end of the world. Where you go to college is far less important than what you do once you get there. Good luck, everybody, and may today mark the beginning, not the end, of the best days of our lives. Thank you.
To our high school and hang First, let me thank the class of '97 for the honor of speaking at this, your graduation. The most intimidating part of this may be trying to follow those outstanding young people we've already had speak, Stephen O'Reilly, Jeffrey Lau. You may not think this is the case, but Jeffrey Lau and I actually have a great deal in common. Jeff is this year's valedictorian. Back when I was in high school, I once had a car accident with our valedictorian. I've served in many capacities with this class, the obvious being a teacher and a coach. I've also had the privilege of serving as acting vice principal with this group when they were 10th graders. I can tell you quite honestly that in the 4-month period I served as an administrator, I received more of an education than any 10 years of schooling could have provided. I learned that being called the bomb, being called fat, or just being referred to as plain Henning isn't always a bad thing. The one key thing that I took from that experience, however, was that you cannot succeed in any job involving people without showing some flexibility. You will not succeed if you don't show the ability to work with people in a give-and-take situation. And it's that theme of cooperation that I'd like to talk to you about today. As we approach the turn of the century, two things seem very obvious to me. First, technology is going to play a major role in any career choice you make. And I'm sure you would agree that your preparation while here at East Brunswick High School has been quite sound and extensive. On the other hand, and perhaps much less obvious, is the fact that people skills and personal interactions could suffer as a result of this trend. The need for face-to-face communication in the business world may not hold the same high priority it once did. But I believe your ultimate happiness may be contingent on your ability to develop sound communication skills, as well as the capacity to work wisely with others. Success and happiness should be the ultimate goal of every student graduating today. Unfortunately, I don't have any secrets for you that could help you figure out what it will take to reach those elusive ambitions. I do know, however, that you'll find the pursuit of these goals much more satisfying when your sense of accomplishment is a shared adventure, whether it be within a devoted relationship, a loving family environment, or the steadily growing corporation. Your preparation in this area of collaboration has been every bit as thorough as any other portion of your education, only a lot more subtle. With no less than 84 countries represented in our school system, the skills of patience, tolerance, and understanding are tested and developed in our classrooms and hallways every day. As most of you know, my background is in athletics, and it often centers around competition. Well, I have news for you. Life is competition, and you'll have to compete for everything valuable in your life. I would think the more teammates you have and the higher quality of those teammates, the better chance you have of conquering that competition. My only quote for you today is from a book, A Passion for Excellence, so draw what you can from the challenges that it offers. Excellence in life can indeed be obtained if you'll care more than others think is wise, if you'll risk more than others think is safe, dream more than others think is practical, and expect more than others think is possible. Finally, the potential of this group, the graduating class of '97, is without limitations. As we leave here today, please be safe in your celebrations, make sound decisions, and allow that potential you have to flourish in the years ahead. Thank you, class of '97, and good luck.
Good afternoon. To the class of 1997, congratulations. Your perseverance and efforts have paid great dividends. In a few minutes, you'll become graduates of East Brunswick High School, one of the most prestigious public high schools in the country. As principal of the high school, I'm very proud of your many accomplishments. As a class, you are very talented in a wide array of areas. The successes you've had, both in and out of the classrooms, will always remain with you as lifelong memories. As a group of people, you've been spirited, demanding, hardworking, and giving. You often displayed the humanistic side of yourselves in showing concern for others. When some of your classmates went through difficult times, you were the ones that helped them push forward. As soon-to-be graduates of East Brunswick High School, you displayed the intellectual capacity and have exhibited the work ethic necessary to be successful in your future years. I ask that you use these talents to continue to be active citizens. Wherever you land in your life, run for office, volunteer to help those not as fortunate as you, join a service club, walk for hunger, and most important, vote. Participate in the life around you. By helping others and participating in your community, you not only enrich the lives of others, but the rewards for your own involvement are part of the necessary steps to leading a full and meaningful life. There is not any better feeling than knowing that your love and time has helped someone else. No amount of money can do that for you. I personally want to thank the class in 1997 for your cooperation. I've enjoyed working with all of you, especially your class officers and leaders. It has been fun for me to see you grow and look beyond the high school throughout these last few months as graduations loomed on the horizon. I wish for all of you many years of happiness, good health, and much love. Congratulations, class of 97. At this time, it is my honor to recognize the valedictorian and salutatorian of the class, as well as those students graduating from East Brunswick High School with high honors for achieving all A's throughout their entire high school career. Valedictorian, Jeffrey Lau. Salutatorian, Heidi K. Kim. High honors, Devin John Blackborough. High honors, Deborah Bohr. High honors, Michael Scott Brown. High honors, Dimple Chaudhry. High honors, David Kimmel. High honors, Amy Linsky. High honors, Jessica Pearl. High honor, Josepha Schwartz. High honors, Paul Wiener. congratulations to these outstanding students for their academic achievements.
It's truly an honor and a pleasure for me to be here today with you. It's been my privilege for me to have seen many of these soon-to-be graduates in their classes, athletic events, and other extracurricular activities. Your achievements in all of these areas are certainly impressive. You have demonstrated your talents and abilities in music, the visual arts, and in the many thrilling victories in athletic and academic competitions. Your accomplishments definitely were major factors in the designation of East Brunswick High School as a star school. I should note that although 10 schools were selected by the New Jersey State Department of Education to receive this tremendous honor, I'm certain that East Brunswick High School is the brightest star of them all. It has been said several times before, but it deserves to be repeated again. The class of 1997 is one of the best in the history of East Brunswick High School. You have received so many accolades and awards which have brought recognition to the school district and to this entire community. And even more important than the awards, however, is the process that enabled you to achieve them. You've learned to work hard, to persevere in order to accomplish a goal, qualities that are going to be essential to your future. As you undoubtedly know, the Grammy Award-winning song this year was Eric Clapton's "Change the World." And it's my hope that changing the world is one of your aspirations. In spite of the amazing technological advances of this information age, we still need compassionate, caring, responsible people to make the world a better place for your generations and the generations to follow. We need you. I know that each of you has the potential to be a catalyst for that change. Since education has such a tremendous impact on the quality of life in any community and throughout this nation and the world, I'd also like to take a moment to encourage you to think about a career as an educator or perhaps a school administrator. Not only will you touch the future, you will also have the satisfaction of helping individual students become all they can be. Whatever you decide, I hope that you will continue to strive for excellence. It is also my hope that you'll always remember and appreciate your years here in East Brunswick and the people who helped you reach the milestone that each of you is celebrating today. First, of course, your parents. Since they have had the most significant influence on your lives, they have helped you grow from infancy to the day you started kindergarten, to when you learned how to read and write, to taking that test for your driver's license, through all of the other important lessons of your lives until now, when you're now capable of going to college or starting a career. I'm sure this very happy occasion is undoubtedly tinged with a little sadness for them, because it does really signify the end of your childhood. The next group of people who deserve your appreciation are your teachers and other members of the staff who have helped you acquire the knowledge and skills which will be necessary in the years ahead. Along with Mr. Tantillo, the assistant principals, the faculty, the staff, and the schools that you previously attended, they have certainly provided challenging educational experiences. The other people who have played a major role in your education, the curriculum supervisors, the department chairpersons, central office administrators, and members of the Board of Education. Their work has certainly affected what has happened in your classrooms and in the school district. Your families and the members of the school community have really charted the course toward a bright future for you. And it is with great admiration that I take this opportunity to commend them and to thank them for their help and support. I'm reminded of a very brief story that I heard recently, and it was regarding an elementary school teacher who who had a student in class that constantly tested the ability of that teacher to keep this young fellow challenged. All assignments seemed to be completed before the other students in the class. This child then would proceed to disrupt whoever and whatever got in its way. One evening, as this frustrated educator happened to be leafing through National Geographic magazine, found a very, very detailed picture of the world and decided to tear the page out, cut it up in puzzle-like pieces, and use it as a project with this student. It would certainly keep him engaged so that the other students could finish their work. So the next day, the teacher proceeded with the plan, gave the student an envelope filled with the pieces of the world, and some transparent tape, and asked that this young child complete the assignment, put the world together. Puzzle is, at first, as you could imagine a fourth grader would be, but then becoming focused, the student began and finished in a very brief period of time, to which the teacher said, "How did you do that so quickly?" He turned the picture of the world around, and on the back of that map was a picture of a child. And the response was, "Well, I put the child together." To which the teacher responded, "Well, how did you know how to do that?" He looked at her very intensely and stated with confidence, "It was just logical. If you take care of the child, the world will take care of itself." Finally, to you, the members of the class of 1997, please accept my personal congratulations for all of your achievements of the past and my best wishes for your happiness and success in the years ahead. Thank you. President Paulson and members of the Board of Education, at this time it is a distinct privilege and honor for me as the Superintendent of Schools to present the East Brunswick High School class of 1997 and to certify that each student has completed the program of studies prescribed by the state of New Jersey and the East Brunswick Board of Education required for a diploma. Mrs. Paulson.
Hello. I hope that everyone here, and I know they are, is as happy as I am to be part of this wonderful celebration for the class of 1997. Today is absolutely a joyous occasion, not only for the graduates, your parents, school staff members, and members of the Board of Education. Although it is unrealistic to hope that every day after today will be as enjoyable for our graduates, I believe that you, the graduates, will find the way to fill your lives with happiness. One way to do this is to have a career that fascinates you from the day you start until the day you retire. He didn't say it to me, but I have been told that Confucius is known to have said, "Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life." It may take a great deal of planning, time, and effort to acquire that type of job, but I think it's a worthwhile goal for you to work towards. The first step is to have a dream for the future. Then you must transform the gossamer filament of the dream into the sturdy fabric of your reality. You need to have a passion, and you all know who have that passion now. You have it, and those who don't, you will achieve that passion, whether it be for the visual arts, music, science, journalism, or sports. You have to follow your heart, and even though you meet obstacles, and even though your dreams may seem impossible. The most obvious example of someone whose spectacular success was built on a dream that most people would not have even dared to approach was that of Walt Disney. He took thousands of acres of land nobody wanted and turned it into truly a magic kingdom. He once said, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." I'm not sure whether or not Walt Disney ever had a conversation with Eleanor Roosevelt or not, but he had a similar idea when she said, "The future belongs to those who believe in their dreams." Therefore, I wish for all of you dreams for a future that are rewarding and happy, and especially the courage to take the risks necessary to transform dreams into reality. I hope that in addition to your career and family, your reality will include community service. It is impossible to be happy in isolation. You may have all that you think you want, but if you are surrounded by an impoverished world, if you are surrounded by ignorance and prejudice, you cannot truly enjoy what you have. And so I encourage you to volunteer in whatever community you may live in. There are so many places that need help, and all of you have done so much in community service. It can be in the schools, rescue squads, libraries, shelters for the homeless. You know the list is endless. But wherever and whatever you decide suits you the very best, make a significant difference. And mostly what I want to say to you is don't sit back and watch things happen. You be the person who makes them happen. Thanks and congratulations to everyone here who made today happen, to Dr. Kopko, Mr. Tantillo, the faculty and staff of East Brunswick High School, your parents, and especially to you, the class of 1997. And so, what you've all been waiting for to hear, on behalf of the East Brunswick Board of Education, I accept the recommendation of the administration of East Brunswick High School and the school district and direct the members of the class of 1997 be awarded their diplomas. Congratulations.